Hey, what's up guys? I'm Paye, and I'm here to show you the best tips and tricks for Instagram. Let's get started. Okay, now the first thing we need to do is create a sequence. I highly recommend everyone to select DSLR 1080p 25 frames per second. Now, I'm not sure what camera you're using, but I highly recommend this preset, and then moving forward to the settings. Okay, so the setting that I'm going to work with is the standard 16:9, 1920, 1080. So we're going to click OK, and we're going to bring up with this black screen. Don't panic. We're going to drag our file there. We're going to keep the existing settings, only because we went to the sequence preset in the settings and we did the manual work. We know we want 16:9 and we want 25 frames per second. So we're going to keep everything as it is. Now, that's what brings up this plain video. There's nothing onto it, just example. So now we're going to run through it. Everything looks smooth. Everything is running smooth. Okay. Now, let's just say we don't want 16:9. We want a different, setting. Let's go back up to sequence settings. Let's go to frame size and change the frame size. So we want a square video. Okay. 1080 by 1080. And let's click OK. Now it's going to ask us, since we're changing up, the preview format, and the frame size is going to wipe out all the rendering files. It's going to wipe everything else that we rendered. Now, it's not going to wipe out, it's not going to delete any of your videos or any of your music. No, it's just going to clear the rendering files. And those rendering files are the ones that you need to make sure that the sequence runs smooth in Premiere. So we're going to click OK because we didn't do anything to the video. It's no big deal. And now it's going to crop the actual video. Now, once it crops the actual video, you have an option to keep it like this, or you can say, listen, I want to add more taste to this video. So you can, make it smaller. And from there, you can actually, add your own text up above right here. We're just playing around with things right now. So oh, I'm so sorry, my computer's freezing right now. Okay, we're back together. So let's say you want to add, your own text. It could be anything. For example, fashion, brand, videos. Obviously, you want to make it smaller so it fits. This is just an example, so please don't judge me. And then, you could do the same. So let's zoom into the sequence. Now we have we have some title up above. If you want some below, all we're gonna do is we're gonna click on this actual title layer, and then we're gonna click Alt Option on the Mac. I'm not sure what it is on a Windows computer, but I believe you want to click the same Alt on the Windows computer. So we're going to drag up and do not release the Alt, only release the mouse click. Boom. You keep holding on to the Alt so it can duplicate it. Now you let go once you have two layers over each other. Now we're going to go click that actual title. We're going to bring it down. Okay. Now we have two title layers. Now for this one, you can just say, her actual Instagram name, which is Love K Watson. Please follow her as well. Okay. So now you can do a video like this. You can do a video like that and put this on Instagram. Now this gives it more of a vibe to your videos. You can keep the same, layout for every single video, or you can change it up. Now, let's say you don't want this actual layout. You want a different layout. I can help you out with that. Let's delete these title layers. Actually, let's not delete it. Let's keep it to the side. So we're going to bring it all to the side. Okay. And let's resize it. Let's go back to sequence settings. And let's say you want a vertical video. So we're going to do 1080 by 1350, and that gives you a 4:5 video. And obviously we see right here that it doesn't match up with what we, typed in above. That's okay. Don't worry about that. It's still going to come out as a vertical video. So we're going to click OK. Please keep in mind, whatever you did before will be cleared for the next time for the next, change that you make towards your sequence settings. Now, in this matter, we're going to change it. We're not going to go, we're not going to say back down or say cancel because we didn't do anything to the video. So let's click OK. Now, as you can see, we still have borders up above. Now you can actually go back and add the text layers. And then now we can resize it or move it around. And then boom. Now, if you want your videos to look like this, that's perfectly fine. Like I said, I'm just going through different size dimensions that you can use for Instagram to make your account more, valuable, more exposure toward your account, more publicity, more people saying, hey, I like the way you have this type of layout for all your videos. And that can be your niche of videos. You want it this type of style, you want it like this. Now, moving on. Let's say, there's a different type of vertical video that most people use. I personally use 1080 by 1350, but if you want to use a different kind, I will show you right now. Okay, now we're going to go back to the video. Let's resize it. I always like to start from the beginning, start fresh. Okay. Oh, it didn't start. Okay. Now we're going to go back to sequence settings, and we're going to type in 640 by 800. That's still 4.5. Okay. Now, this is always going to come back up because Premiere wants to let you know that, hey, we're going to delete all your previews for this sequence if you change it. If you agree to that, okay, click OK. If you don't, click cancel. Now we're going to click OK. Now, as you can see, it got tighter, but now we're going to zoom out. Now, if you just want to keep it without the borders, then you can just zoom in and it can just remove the borders. If you want the borders, zoom out, obviously, to the size you want it. I will say right here, then add the text layers again. Okay, then boom. Same vertical video, it's just a little bit tighter. You don't have a lot of wiggle room up top or the bottom. It's a little bit tight, but if that's what you want, go for it. I support you all the way. Okay, now let's just say you want an Instagram story. Okay, now if you want an Instagram story size to fit the actual Instagram story, let's go back to sequence settings. Now we're gonna flip the original 16 by 9 to 9 by 16, which that's 1080 by 1920. See, 916. It doesn't match it, but don't worry about it. You're good. You're fine. Now click OK. Boom. Now, as you can see, you have a wider border. You have more space at the top and more space at the bottom. Do you want that? I'm not sure, but let's just play around with it right now. So let's say this is going on your Instagram story. Okay, you want to keep the borders. Like I said, you don't have to keep the borders. You can get rid of it by zooming out. But let's say you do want to keep the borders. Let's keep it like this. Bring back the text layers. Boom. Now you can keep that just like that. You can keep the same niche, the same type of style for all your videos, and you can post this on Instagram story. Well, thank you for watching this video. Stay tuned for more. Please like, comment, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and please feel free to ask me any questions. If you want me to do another tutorial on something else, feel free to do that with me. Thank you.